guys, I'm Emma and welcome to Art by Emma. So this week's project I'm going to be working on a little box, some storage for these spare Posca pens and non-Posca acrylic markers that I've got. Yeah, that brush is a little bit crusty and as is that one. I'm going to have to clean these up. Anyway, I digress. So I found a box when I was doing my sort out the other day that I thought these pens would fit in nicely, but it's a little bit plain and boring. So I'm going to spruce it up a little bit. Now this is a Liz Earle box that I had a gift set in for Christmas, and it's a nice sturdy box. I love boxes, I'm always keeping boxes, but it needs to be a bit more colourful, so let's get on with it, shall we? So the first thing we need to do here is give it a bit of gesso. Now this has nearly glued itself shut, but with a little bit of elbow grease and a tight grip I managed to open it. Now I'm going to gesso this for two reasons. The first reason is because this is rather a dark maroon colour and I just want a nice bright base to start my painting on, and also I believe it gives the paint a nice bit of grip. So yeah, we're just slapping the gesso on there, covering all the sides, top and bottom, front and back, ready to start our design. So 2 coats of gesso later and a little bit of thinking time, I think I've come up with an idea. I'm going to put the Posca logo across the box, so I'm going to try my best here to replicate the Posca font that's on the pen. So initially I thought I would try and do this without a ruler and freehand it, but it just wasn't working. So I've ruled my lines, I'm sticking to my guidelines, and to be fair, it's not looking too bad. So there's my Posca logo, so I'm going to use the colours that the Posca have in their logo, not yo-yo. And strangely enough, 5 letters, but they only use 4 colours. I don't know the reason behind this. I'm going to have to Google it, or if anybody does know, yeah, drop it in the comments for me. So just a thought, I'm using Posca pens to create the word Posca on a box for Poscas. Is this some sort of paradox? I don't know. But anyway, those 3 letters, 2 colours finished now, and it's looking a little bit like a pizza box to me. I don't know if it's the colours or what, but yeah, I'm just going to add the 2 final colours and that will be the logo finished. And there it is. Now while I've been doing this, I've been thinking of what I could add to this box, and I decided paint splotches or puddles or paint dollops, I don't know, because I've always got paint dollops whenever I'm working. I'm a bit of a messy worker, and of course I'm going to use all the colours of the rainbow to decorate this box. I did think about just using the 4 colours in the Posca logo, but no, that's not colourful enough for me. And like I said, I'm a messy worker. I like depressing the nib of my Posca pens to release more paint, but sometimes I go a bit too far, so I've got a bit of a paint puddle on here that I'm just stretching it out to recreate my paint puddle. So with the rainbow splotches finished on the lid of my box, the top, it's time to start, I can't speak. It is time to start working on the bottom. So I'm going to try and be a little bit clever here, and I'm popping the lid on, lining it up, and I'm going to sketch out my splotches so they cover both sides, so they look like one big splotch, if that makes sense to you. Is splotch even a word? think I was going a little bit rogue with the placement of the colours of this second set of splotches, because I put a colour in the wrong place and it just wasn't working for me. With the splotches on the lid of the box, I kind of went in rainbow order, but alternate rainbow order, and I've done the same with these splotches now. So the word splotch is starting to annoy me now, and it's beginning to have no meaning, so I've googled splotch and other synonyms for it. So we've got smudge, spot, blotch, blot, blemish, dash, dab, fleck, mark, smear, smutch, stain, smirch and bespatter. So I think I'm going to stick with splotch. So splotch is finished. I'm going to colour in the rest of it with a black Posca pen. Yeah, being a complete Posca purist for this, or trying to be. And yeah, it's a black background on the pen, so I thought I would go for a black background on the box. But it doesn't seem to be working. The paint's cracking. The other paints were fine. Maybe I've gone in a bit heavy on it, so I'm going to have to go in with plan B, which is going to be my lovely Arteza black paints. I'm so childish, but it kind of looked like a poo. Now, going in with my fine brush and brushing this nice black, I've gone for the Van Dyke black in the Arteza, and it seems to be working so much better. As I said, I wanted this to be a purely Posca project, but I don't mind using my lovely Artezas. They're just lush. And while trying to stand the lid on the side, oh no, it falls over and lands in wet paint. Yes, I know, toilet humour, very childish, but you know, it looks like a poo. So I found a solution to my falling over lid. I'm using the actual pot of paint to hold it stable while I continue painting the sides. So while I'm just waiting for some black paint to dry, I thought I would repair some of the damage from my falling over lid. So literally just touching it up with the Posca pens and voila, like it never happened. So now continuing with the black painting. And now trying to make my splotches look a bit more like realistic splotches of paint rather than just painted on splotches, which is what they are. Anyway, I'm adding some juicy highlights just to give them a little bit more dimension. And with the painting all finished, it's time to add a top layer. So I'm going for Mod Podge, the shiny type. Yeah, this is really glued shut, so it's going to be a sleeve to undo it for me, and it's full of bogies. Mod Podge bogies, so just peeling them away, and then it's time to slap on that top coat. So I've decided to go for a glossy Mod Podge to finish this box, as on a couple of occasions when I've used acrylic paints and finished it off with acrylic liquid varnish, some of the paint has smudged and come away. So I was first of all going to Mod Podge it and then varnish it afterwards, but it seems to be looking alright with just the Mod Podge. So there it is, there's my finished box. All's left to do is pop the pens inside and see if we've got a nice snug fit. And yes, they do. They're looking really at home in there, like this box was actually custom made for them. So I really enjoyed making this for you this week, and it's going to be something that I'm going to utilise. I hope you enjoyed watching this video with me. If you did enjoy watching the video, why don't you give me a thumbs up? If you've watched any of my other videos and you like them, why don't you subscribe? Press that notification bell so you never miss a video. I'm here every Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.